Yeah, now next up, we're in the kitchen with a lekker twist on a local classic. Let's check this out.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
Yeah, we're about to do the things today, and we've been exploring so many local lekker dishes, and one of the most loved in Mzansi, it's got to be a curry. Yeah, now Durban is definitely famous for its curry and our aromatic spices, and our chef of the day, Carlitos, is going to show us how to transform those flavors into an exotic, flavorsome, but yet creamy Durban curry pasta. I am impressed, firstly, because Chef Carl is doing some things today.
Because I'm the chef today.
Wow, and secondly, because you do all this cooking in the kitchen in a suit.
You know what, that's
No one can do this.
the only way you can cook is in a suit. The thing is, they say smart cooking, you have to look smart too. So that's how it goes. Yeah,
that's
that's
the
it.
part at least. So if the meal doesn't taste that good, then at least you look good.
Yes, you serve it with a smile and a debonair attitude.
What's the game plan, man? What are you doing?
We have to do this. We have to
of
do this nice and
flavors
fast. I want to show you how to do this nice and quickly.
Okay.
All right. So what I have here, I got some oil in the pan as well as chopped onions, done and dusted. That's your starter, as you may know.
Yeah.
I also want to go in with a couple of aromatics and things that'll make things pop. So what we have is here, we're going to go in with a bit of garlic. Garlic and onions love each other. Ginger also loves garlic, so there's a whole trio coming in there as well.
And these are powerful spices.
Exactly.
Added in already.
And we have to let that brown down just for a second. What I also want to do is at this stage, you don't want your spices to just sit in the pan and just do their thing. You want to make sure that they are really bloomed, if you want to call it that. You want to get them, you want to make sure that,
blooming
yes, we have
spices.
to bloom them. You have to just make sure that they can smell, like I want the entire house to smell lekker.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go in with I've got some coriander powder over here. I've also got some cumin. These are just the foundations, very good spice. I've got some smoked Durban masala. That's going to go in there too. That's also going in. I've got some cinnamon sticks that'll be part of the party.
Yes.
And then I've got some pepper that I'm going to add to it as well. Not too much. And then we've got some bit of salt as well. So I mean, all these things that go in.
Pretty much
I just want to start it off
the good stuff that really makes a curry. This is something you'd commonly
And I want to
see.
make sure that this is really cooked down, and also I want to make sure all of these things are fragrant. I also got some curry leaves as well, and then I've got my cubed chicken. So once this has done its thing in the pan, I'm going to go in with my chicken.
Okay.
And the chicken's going to do its thing. I'm going to give it a good sear on the outside so it's nice and locked in and the
So you want
flavors
the
are there.
chicken to absorb all of this like
I
flavor
want
and
to.
spice,
Of
right?
course I want to do that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go into my chicken. I've got my penne on standby, and then I've got some of these beautiful tomatoes that have... So grated tomato. Grated tomato.
Wow,
like if you look
check
like
at
back in the
that.
day, I remember when when your mom used to cook, the grated tomato thing was part of like a constituent of this whole thing. And I was like, what? This is amazing. But it's actually, it's a thickener as well as your dish cooks, which is what you're going to need, because it's going to have to go into that oven dish and get topped with cheese a little later. So I'm going to go into my chicken now, and I'm going to get my chicken doing their thing. And once the chicken goes in, I'm going to just kind of, on the outside, make sure it's cooked on the outside so the moisture is good. And then once the moisture is good, and inside, that's when I want to add my tomatoes to the mix as well. So while we do that, let's do it.
Tomatoes coming up.
Tomatoes going there, mate. Tomatoes going there.
Seeing that chicken starting to brown.
And you smell that.
But not brown,
You smell
brown,
it.
like orange brown. That means it's getting its curry on.
And so once that is connected, I want you to give me, please, just a half a cup of our Creamel, because the Creamel is, Clover's
I love
Creamel.
this stuff. Now, Creamel is more than just a coffee. I don't even know this, but it's a tea creamer, and it's also awesome to use for baking and cooking, and to bring out the rich and creamy taste of many dishes. Now, it's quite simple. You mix your Clover Creamel with a dash of water, add some creamy texture to your white sauce, a creamy pasta dish, or anything else like that. It's a perfect combination, and it's also the only creamer with real milk powder, which gives you that creamier taste. Now, you can use beef mince instead of chicken. You can use it, mix it up with some veg, a version of frozen mix. It doesn't matter. You name it. This is the stuff that makes this all come together. So what do you need with this, actually? Am I giving you a cup?
Okay, you're doing a half a cup. I'm going to sprinkle it all over. Then I'm going to add my water. And then that's when this baby does its thing. It's going to reduce down to a beautiful texture. Then I'm going to go in with my pen. Yes, please. And we're going to sprinkle it over there. And then get that water on standby for me, please, sir.
Water's on standby.
Water's on standby.
Got you there, sir. You like a what do they call it? General anesthetic operation,
Yes,
doctor,
a surgeon.
scalpel, sir.
It's a surgeon. So what I want to do is just make sure the water's in there. I don't want to add the water all at once, because I want to make sure that I want to get the thickness right.
Okay.
There's nothing worse than not getting the thickness right, that it's too loose and the penne goes in there.
Yeah.
Then you're overcooking your pasta as well. So I just do it a little bit, but if you look at that thickness, that's exactly what you want. If you drop that penne in here, my friend, we're going to get closer to the end result. I want you to look at that color.
Ooh.
Drop that penne in there, brother. We're going to coat that baby.
Flavor, the sauce, the vibes are
Look at this. Honestly, I don't know why you and I don't cook together more often on
we're
weekends.
making a little bit of
That's
magic,
fine.
man.
So
I'm
once we've
impressed.
got that all incorporated, we're going to
Yes.
pour it into that oven dish over there. And once that's done, we're going to top it with cheese. We're going to go into the oven. It'll be preheated. You're going to go about 180 and you're going to cook about 15 minutes or until brown. So it could be about 10 minutes depending on your oven. And once that's happened, you're going to serve it to your friends and family. Get some micro herbs, get some Italian parsley, even get some coriander. I think that's more sort of point of curry. And then you're good to go serving, and you're having a party at your house.
Look how
and you
quick
did
that
all
was,
of that.
man. That was like less than 5 minutes. Pops into the bowl, of course.
Done and dusted.
Cheese
and then,
over that.
You know, let's pop it in right now.
Why not?
Cheese
While
over
we're
that.
here, let's just
And then
show
if you want that
everybody how easy
recap,
this is.
you've got that. There we go. Sprinkle over.
How
ExpressoShow.com.
you do
Get the
it.
recipe. You can do this. You can. It's easy, it's simple, and it's yours.
That's tough, bro.
Thank you, brother man.
Boom.
I'm going to cook with you again.
Made with love by Clover.